All right, so we are in the month of May, and let me tell you this, bro. Months like this separate the pro resellers from the beginner resellers. And in this video, I'm gonna show you all the top sneaker releases from the month of May. We're gonna go over resale prices, how easy they are to get, and if they worth our time, and much more. So let's jump right into it. All right, so the first shoe that's gonna be worth our time in the month of May, we're talking about the Nike SB Low. The streets call them the Nike Wolf Grey Dunks. Now, if you remember, these actually released back in February, so the resale price has kind of gone a little south on them. As you see here, this is when they released, and then they kind of crept back up the weekend they released because, of course, people missed out. But with the retail of 110, it is well worth it to go for this sneaker right now. Where you're going to be able to find this sneaker. Sneakers is going to be where you find this shoe. Now, I'm going to link you to the video if you haven't seen it. However, I have a video that kind of gives you the sauce, gives you the formula on how to consistently win on Nike. However, I'm going to be cut and dry with you, bro. You've got to have multiple accounts. Next, we have the highly anticipated Jarritos. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. So my Latino members of Rico Gang, let me know in the comments how I'm supposed to pronounce that. But we got the Jarritos Dunks. Now, the first thing I want you to notice as far as what I think the resale price is going to be is whenever you're on StockX, they're going to sort of show you similar shoes. Maybe it's concept, maybe it's rarity, or whatever the case may be. So everything besides the Adobes right here has some good resale, right? So whenever you get a special edition shoe like this, maybe a collab, I mean, the earliest one I remember, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, is the Chunky Dunks, which are worth some racks right now. So we see kind of a fluctuating chart right here as far as the resale price. I'm not sure what's making them spike in the way they do. Honestly, this is a very unique sneaker resale chart. However, nonetheless, and as y'all see right here, the price is just creeping down on this shoe. So I still wouldn't panic, me personally. This is probably, if you can get this shoe, then missing on the Travis last month doesn't hurt as bad, right? So right now, the only confirmed place that is gonna drop them is Sneakers. However, I know from experience that will not be the only place. I wouldn't even be surprised if Jarritos themselves kind of had some stock and they were gonna drop them. And hey, in my cook group as well, I have a place that pretty much tells you everywhere that's doing raffles. And if they're doing raffles, a lot of the times they might even do a little small first come, first serve. So just like the last shoe, refer to the video if you have not seen it, but you're gonna need multiple accounts, especially on a shoe like this. Either way, don't matter what size you get, with a retail of 130, you're gonna almost triple your money with these. So this is probably so far gonna be the shoe of the month, and you gotta watch to the end to see which shoe might rival it. On May the 10th, we got the Nike Dunk Low Pink Foam Red and White, and on the streets we call these pretty much the Valentine's Day Dunks. Now, there are several variations of Valentine's Day Dunks. This is just, I believe, the 2021, exactly, yeah, the 2021 model, and this was a pretty popular shoe. Now, I don't understand why they didn't drop it for Valentine's Day. However, here's why I added this shoe to the list as something that especially my beginners need to pay attention to. Let me tell you something about a shoe like this. Number one, it's a Valentine's Day shoe. Halloween shoes, holiday shoes typically do well, especially with a dunk. Outside of that, these come out in grade school. What is grade school? I don't hear this term a lot no more, but those are called bay sizes, right? Those are for the bay. This is definitely one of those shoes. Anybody out there in Rico Gang, if you have a girlfriend, wife, whatever, if she tell you like, oh, I like those, I gotta have them, then sometimes you'll pay resale for them, or you'll spend whatever you have to spend because she want them, right? So this is that kind of shoe. And what makes it better is they come out in preschool and toddlers. So like me, I will buy my daughter some of these, and I'm definitely gonna go for these in her size. And if these came out in men's or women's, then I would also go for them in my wife's size. But nonetheless, if you get them in my daughter's size or my wife's size, I will buy them for you for these prices, and at a retail of $90, bro, sorry, $85, that's some pretty decent profit, right? So that's why ultimately I felt like this shoe needed to make the list. Coming up on the 13th, we have arguably the rival to the Jarritos, although I'll put the Jarritos or Jarritos a step above this. we got the Jordan 4 Thunder. Now, you already know what I told you about the Jordan 4 Thunder in the shock drop video. And somebody even argued with me in the comments, but I stand by my statement. This is the Jordan 4 silhouette is replacing the Jordan 1 silhouette. Drop a comment if you remember when any Jordan 1, almost any colorway, I would say the 2019, the 2020, even early 2021, like point in time when didn't matter the colorway, whatever. If it was a Jordan 1 OG high, it's gonna sell out. Those days are over. Now, if it's a Jordan 4, it's gonna sell out, right? So that's number one about this shoe. Outside of that, bro, this is just one of the hardest fours, like, to me, in the entire catalog. Now, these retail at $285, and you can kind of see that the resale price has kind of snuck down. And this is why, because once again, the shock drop happened earlier in April. So there's already a lot of pairs circulating, as you see here. 500 of them sold with just in the last 3 days. Now, what that means, and the reason why resale is so low, is because somebody like me who might have missed on the shock drop, I know they about to come out. So I'm not about to spend the 400, 600, 700, 600, 444. I'm not spending that for this shoe because I know I'm going to have another crack at it on May the 13th. Now, the reason why it's worth it for you to go for it is because if I don't hit this shoe and I really want this shoe, then, and I know there's not another restock coming for 10 years maybe, then I might go ahead and spend that bread if I want this shoe enough, right? So, boom, sneakers, you're going to be able to get these on sneakers. You're going to be able to get these on Finish Line. They're going to probably do early access. You're also going to be able to get these on Foot Locker, Champs, everywhere like that. So I think this shoe will be easy to get for the shoe it is because of the stock that's already out. However, it's going to creep back up, bro. It's definitely going to creep back up. Now, on May the 20th, we have the Jordan 1 High OG Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse shoe. Now, the first thing that stands out to me about this shoe, when I first seen it, I thought, man, resale might go crazy, bro. It resembles the Jordan 1, the Chicago colorway, right? And then when you think about the success of the last Spider-Man Jordan 1, then you can see why I thought the way I did. However, if you look at the resale on this shoe, it's up there. It's not quite as up there as the other Spider-Mans, because look, these are other Spider-Mans, bro, and these are crazy on the resale market for obvious reasons, bro. This is like a luxury Jordan 1 like Chicago, right? So these ain't those. These are different. However, they still hold some resale value, and it's gonna creep down once release day comes. However, the resale value is gonna be there, especially if you ever just talking about holds. I'm generally against holds, but something like this, if you've got the money to spare and you're not gonna miss it, then it might be worth it to invest in some of these, because you know how them collectors are. And so to have a fresh brand new pair on unworn maybe a year from now might get you some surprising bread, bro. So the thing about them though is that they retail for a little bit more than what a normal Jordan 1 High retails for. They retail for 200. However, with these resale margins, right, and mind you, we still a month out pre-release, that's gonna come down. Like if you've seen those other graphs, they come down as the release day comes. However, it does resemble a Jordan 1 Chicago, and you know what my rules are about shoes that resemble other shoes. But all in all, bro, there's some shoes coming out. These should be pretty hype, but they're not, and that just further proves my theory. Like I was telling old boy, I'm a personal fan of threes, so I like those threes. My personal of the month, this is Rico's personal of the month. I might start this segment. My personal of the month is gonna be these 14s right here, bro. I'm a 14s guy. Like when I started liking Jordans, when I started seeing them was around like 98, 99, 2000, when I was a little kid, and like these were the ones that were hot, bro. So this is on my Rico's gotta go on my toe list for this month, man. Y'all comment y'all below and meet me in the next video, man. Love y'all. Rico Gang, let's get it.